Okay, guys, welcome to Inside High School Sports. I'm Lundy Hollenbeck, and today we have the chance to talk to Walker Valley head softball coach. We have Lauren Limburg here with us. Lauren, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you guys spotlighting high school sports and women's sports in particular. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. You're so welcome. So, take us back to the beginning. When did you decide that you personally wanted to get into coaching?
I think that I've just always had a love for the game. I just remember when I was little, my mom, dad, and we would watch the Braves every night on TV. And I just have always had a love for sports. I grew up playing baseball because in our area, we didn't really have softball, especially fast pitch softball. So then I transitioned to slow pitch softball and was then able to join a fast pitch travel team as I was in middle school. So I've just always loved the sport. And I was fortunate enough to play softball at Lee through a softball scholarship. So it has just been a blessing in my life, and it's just been a mainstay in my life. And I really just can't imagine my life without it. So from my love of the game, transitioned to wanting to coach and hopefully be a positive role model for young ladies, because coaching is so much more than just X's and O's, but it's about helping and giving the whole person your best every day. So it's just a blessing to coach. And from my love of baseball and my love of sports and my love of competition, um, I turned into a coach.
Well, I could imagine it being such a rewarding job. I really
It
could.
really is. It really is. I recently went to a wedding this past Friday of a player that graduated almost 10 years ago. You know,
Wow.
when these girls sign up for our program, they become part of the family, and that family is transcendent of high school graduation, weddings, babies, all those things in life. And it was just an honor to get to be at her wedding because it's so rewarding to see these young ladies turn into doctors and teachers and mothers and just all the amazing things they do in their life, and to be able to be connected with them as they leave high school and transition to college and transition to adulthood has just really been special for me. And it's such an honor to be able to walk with them through those big moments in their lives.
Well, that is so special. And when I think about it, I've learned that you've actually been coaching for 17 years at Walker Valley. Is that correct?
That is correct. 17 years. I was fortunate enough to do my student teaching at Walker Valley and
Okay.
was offered a position. And once I did that, I was able, Coach Doan, who started the program because Walker Valley is a newer school, he was allowed me to be his assistant coach. So I've actually been with the program for 17 years and have been a head coach. This is my 13th year as head coach.
Well,
So
that's an
I
accomplishment.
appreciate his vision for the program and him allowing me to get my feet wet and to start. And from there, the rest is history, really.
Most definitely. So was he a big reason into why you've stuck with Walker Valley for so many years?
Yeah, I just love Walker Valley. I feel like I tell our girls all the time how fortunate they are to be at a school where people care about them, not just as as a test score, but also as a young adult. And we have great people here, our administration and our faculty. Um, and yes, definitely Coach Doan and Mr. Coggin, Danny Coggin, who was the principal at the time, gave me the opportunity to teach here, and it's just truly been a blessing in my life. And like I said, I couldn't imagine being anywhere else, and feel very fortunate to call this my home.
Well, good. I'm sure that's so special. So I've got a question. How do you balance teaching math and also being a head softball coach? How does that work out?
Yeah, that's a great question. Math is challenging for a lot of people. And my goal in the classroom is, just that my kids, just like my softball players, would know that I care about them and that I see them as a human, not as a test score. And that my goal would be that they, enjoy my class. They might not enjoy the curriculum very much, but that they enjoy my class and that they know that they're cared for, and that I can hopefully be a positive role model for them moving forward, and that they know that they always have a safe place. It is tough balancing math and softball because math is such a demanding subject with tests, state tests, benchmark tests, different things, standards that we have to complete. So it's tough, but I have a great support system. My assistant coach, April Richards, she does a huge amount of work behind the scenes that nobody sees, but they would notice if it wasn't done. And so my husband has been a huge support, and my parents as well. I just could not do it without them, and they really help me stay centered and help me stay balanced, and make sure that I can get everything accomplished that I need to get accomplished for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, they always say it takes a village, don't they?
It definitely does. It definitely
Well,
does.
that kind of leads into my next question. With mathematics being so challenging, do you ever tutor your softball players if needed?
Oh yes, yes. We've done some tutoring. We've done some tutoring. We've done some grade intervention. We have a MAP, what we call Mustang Advisory Program here at Walker Valley, and I have several of them that will come to me for just different things, for different help, and so that's really cool to be able to let them know that they are a student athlete. Like they are, what's going to get them in life furthest is their academics. So we want to make sure that they know that we put an emphasis on the academics, and we do a great job of that at Walker Valley through our academics excellence program. So that's really neat for me to see them, in the classroom, in the hallway, on the softball field, and let them know that hey, academics are important, and that's what's your future is going to be based on. Softball eventually will end, unfortunately. And our theme this year is that we are more. And it just goes to show that, our girls are more than their batting average, more than their pitching record, more than our record. They're young ladies that have, bright futures ahead, and they're more than their performance on that field.
Most definitely. So, speaking of your players, I'm curious who came up with the name the Feisty Phillies?
So that has transcended many years and classes. Actually, I got to give credit to a local Cleveland Daily Banner writer, Joe Cannon. He is the one that instituted the Feisty Phillies, and ever since that, we want to be feisty. We want to be aggressive. We want to be the aggressor on the bases. We want to be loud and proud in the dugout. So that really has been our motto, been our call ever since then, because we want to be, like I said, loud and aggressive and all those things. And that's what we stand by as a program. So Feisty Phillies, we've just run with it, and it's just really neat that we have a name that is specific to just our program and just our team.
I love it. It stands out and it's original. I absolutely love it. Once again, we are hanging with head softball coach from Walker Valley. We have Lauren Limburg here with us. And I also have learned that you have just surpassed 300 wins as a coach.
That is true. It's just really, humbling is really the word that comes to mind, because there has been so many players, talented players that have come through our program. Because without them, it would not be possible. And the families that have come through, just the memories that have been made, and also, like I talked about earlier, that support staff. My husband Corey and my parents, and Coach Richards, like none of that would be possible without them. And I know it's my name and my 300 wins, but it's really not. It's them, and it's the players that have competed and have fought for something bigger than themselves. We talk about being a family. We talk about, it's bigger than this year. It's like, what legacy are you leaving for next year's group and next year's group? It's the tradition. It means more to be a feisty Philly. And so we're just, it is really neat, and I'm so humbled by that accomplishment, but it is so much more than me.
What exactly did it take, I'm assuming on and off the field, to accomplish something like that?
Well, I think it just starts with our values as a program, like our culture. Culture does not happen overnight, and we want our girls to be servant leaders. We want our girls to love, serve, and care for their teammates, for their classmates, and we want that to not transcend just on the softball field, but in every facet of their life. So I think that culture of loving your teammates, and putting others above yourself, and that family culture. We do a lot with just serving our community, serving our school. We want to make that an emphasis, and we want, our girls to know that, it's just so much more than stats. Like when, as sports fans, we always look to stats. We always look to win-loss record, and those are so important. And I am so super competitive. My girls will tell you I'm competitive. I've always been competitive, but at the end of the day, it's about so much more than that win and loss. It's about, these girls transitioning and going from high school to accomplish the dreams and having memories that will last a lifetime. So I think just the culture of just being a great teammate and loving your teammates has really helped each class and each senior group. Each leader has poured that into the younger girls that have come after them. So it's just like a domino effect. And it goes back to just the great players and the great young ladies that we've had in this program.
Yes, and I'm sure they have a great role model like yourself to really show them what's important. But speaking of your players, how are you all performing this year? I was looking at Coach T, but sometimes that's not as accurate.
Yeah,
So how's your
true.
season been going?
So it's been going great. We are sitting at 24-9 right now, that win-loss record. We were able to secure the #1 seed in the district tournament, which was awesome, a great accomplishment for our young team. We lost 5 seniors last year. So, but our girls have just done a phenomenal job. They've done everything that I've asked them to do. They are a great group. It has been an absolute joy coaching them this year. So we actually play the first round of our district tournament tonight. So we're excited to compete in that and see where the rest of the journey takes us. But it's been a great year. It's been a year of just great memories and competitive games, and having a record of 24-9 is a great accomplishment for us, and getting that #1 seed is huge, and it sets you up for what you want to accomplish moving forward.
That is, you all have a lot to be proud of. So the last question I have for you is just, do we have any players that we should be watching out for that you couldn't have had that type of success without?
Honestly, it's a team effort. We have 12 players, and every single one of them, if we didn't have all of them, we wouldn't be the team that we are. So people ask me, to single out players, and yes, we do have players that are, maybe succeed at this skill more or this skill more. But at the end of the day, if we didn't have all 12, we would not be the team we are. So I'm just really thankful for each and every one of them. I will mention our 2 seniors, Kiara Nichols and Michaela Elmore. They've been a great just steadying force for us this year, being our oldest and being such a young team. They've really stepped up in a leadership role and guided our team and been that calming force when we have moments in the game that maybe don't go our way or we have to come back together. And they're getting ready to graduate in less than a week, which is crazy. I've coached them, been able to coach them for the last 7 years in middle school and high school. So when I say it's a family, when I say it's an investment, it's a commitment, it really is. And so I will shout out them because they've worked hard over the past 7 years. But like I said, it's a team effort, and we wouldn't be who we are without all 12 of them.
That's exactly right. And I'm sure it is so bittersweet to see some of your players go off to college and do bigger and better things.
Oh, it is. But I just couldn't be prouder of them. I couldn't be prouder of the young ladies that they are. And I know that each one of them will accomplish great things.
I agree. Well, thank you so much, Coach, for being involved in Inside High School Sports, and good luck with the rest of your season. I'm Lundy Hollenbeck with ESPN Chattanooga 95.3.